This is how we set up our camp when we go camping. This is the trailer. Put a Amazon magnetic screen on the door. This is the step I made. So then when you first come in, we got our shelf with all our food on it. We got these Walmart storage drawers that we use for our clothes. It's just a box we bring up a bunch of stuff we don't want to break in. And this is the table that we set up with all of our junk on it. And these are this is my solar setup, which I knew we weren't gonna have a site with very good sun on it, which kind of sucks, but we're still pulling the same amount of amperage from the panel that so far what we've been using this for is pulling, so it's kind of a wash. So after making coffee, we're sitting at 2.3 amps, or 2.3 volts, sorry, and that's charging one of my lights, because the lights we stick up like that and we can face them any way, and at night it lights this thing up like daylight. And then this is the bed set up, queen size bed. We use a piece of foam for a headboard to add a little bit more insulation at our head so we don't wake up with our heads freezing. And there's the food cooler. I use that as a nightstand and a storage for my stuff. This is all of our cooking supplies and everything we have in the bins. Our boat bag or beach bag. This is the new edition. Still haven't figured out what to do with this yet, so we might do a little reconfiguring over here, but that's for drinks. And we went with the 105 because we had a cooler about half the size of that, and you can't cool all your drinks. So the whole time you're camping, if you go for a week or two, you're fighting ice cubes, because you're pulling cold drinks out and putting warm drinks in and constantly open it, so you spend so much money on ice. So I'm hoping that now that we pretty much have all of the drinks we brought with us iced, that that's going to cut down on what we use. We also I have Yeti ice in that, and I have Yeti ice in that one. That's for our food. And then the back, I wanted to get a curtain, like to set up back there so you don't stare at the nasty door, but whatever. So, and I also didn't get the clamps that I wanted, the quick release clamps to go over in the corner here. So this is what I do: 2 rings with a quick release ratchet strap. So what I do is I use that to hold the door shut, and then I'll show you when I go outside what I do outside. And then I just use that for hanging stuff up. This is what we ended up doing with the ceiling. I put 2 strips right down the middle to hold the center up, and then I got a little shoe molding to go around out the side to hold the edge of the panel up, so the insulation. And it was a 5-hour trip up here and it didn't budge, so that was good. So let's see here. I think that's pretty tight. I did see a little bit of light coming through in the corner over here, so we're gonna come over and I guess that's pretty tight. So, and there's enough room to walk through here. I didn't realize the wife didn't leave herself much room over here at all, but she told me to keep pushing the bed, so I did. So, and then underneath it, for a little bit of warmth so you don't get up to gross floor, we got the throw rug. And then this is just a piece of floating linoleum that what was left over from when I did the bathroom years ago. So this is what we throw down in here, easier to sweep out. And yeah, and then here's how I got the solar control panel set up. I had to put tape over the blue lights because it was flashing and lighting up the whole thing at night. So just one thing to be considering when you mount something like that. And yeah, and our pile of shoes. So that's the inside. And now I'll show you what I do on the outside. And then I lock these shut. Not that somebody still can't figure out a way to lock us in here, I guess, but that's all I do. It's just lock those, keep that open, and I'll... Same thing, I lock that one, but then this is our grab bar for getting in and out. So that's how we set it up. And then I got my jack stands underneath there to support the back. And yeah, let me know what you think. Is this something you would do? Think it's cheaper than buying a camper? Because I can tell you, if I'm the one dumping the toilet, you ain't pooping in my camper, especially when there's toilets around for you to use. So, yep, please comment, like, and subscribe. Appreciate you watching.